One of the bigger things that I'm going to miss about the College of Fine Arts is the creative environment that's kind of made by the people that make up the community here at BU. Not having that community around me is going to be hard, and seeing everyone work alongside me. But at the end of the day, I know that they're a community that I can come back to, and we have this shared experience, and here we come out into the real world.
The one thing I'm gonna miss about BU a lot is the friendly environment here. Everyone is very helpful. Since I'm an international student, at first I really did feel like it's probably a little bit difficult because of English barrier, but I do feel like everyone is very friendly, not only the students, but also the faculty members. And so I really do feel like we create a really good, friendly environment here.
One thing I'm gonna miss about BU is the faculty here. Over the 4 years I've been here, I've grown very close to a lot of the different professors within the visual arts, and they've really kind of helped me be aware of this mindset that's going to come on after graduation, which yes, you're leaving academics, but art, is very well still going to be important to you. And so how do you balance that with everything else in life?
One thing I'm going to miss about BU is definitely my friends and the relationships I've cultivated throughout the past 4 years. We've gotten so close, and it's going to be weird not seeing them every day. I've created very long-lasting friendships since I've been here, friendships that I feel like I'm probably going to still talk to these people 30 years from now.
I think one of the most exciting things at BU is that I've established some friendships with people from all over the world. So first, I was so lucky to have most of my classmates as locals. They helped me a lot to adapt in the community. And second, I think BU has a lot of international students like me, so I got the chance to make friends with them.
These friendships have been my second family away from home, and they have really helped me keep me sane and helped me be through the tough times, especially when things get really intimidating and just figuring out a new city and a country. I feel really lucky to have met them.
One word I would use to describe the CFA is creativity. When you walk in, you see creativity. The idea from the lights, from the art gallery, from the windows, the design of the building, it's creative. And every floor, being the second floor where the student lounges, being the fifth floor where the visual arts students are, or the fourth floor where the theater department is and the School of Music students are, it's creative.
One word I think I would use to describe CFA is vibrant. There have been so many times I've walked in for class and there's a performance happening in the CFA concert hall. Then you make a right and all of a sudden you're in the gallery where there's artists putting up their latest work. You can hear singing from a classroom. And that always just fills me with a lot of joy because it reminds me that I'm surrounded by artists and creative people that love to make music and express themselves in the same way I do.
One word for my experience in College of Fine Arts is pivotal. Because of receiving my degree, I got promoted at work to the Graduate Director of Programs in Jazz Studies and Department of Music, and that was life-changing.
The best advice that I've gotten while at CFA is to keep creating, even if it feels challenging. My summer studios, my professors offered a lot of advice, both technically and also just conceptually. And I've seen that even in my arts-based research right now with my professor, as she's been challenging me to adapt and even in the hard times, still keep creating my art.
The best piece of advice I got here in CFA is one of my professors told me that in order to grow, we need to be persistent enough to go through hardships. And such persistency requires us to open our mind to experience and ideas of others.
So my professors prepared me for life after CFA by really demystifying the art world for us, answering any and all questions we had. The art world can be a really mysterious place. So they took the time to tell us all the opportunities and resources that are out there and tell us their experiences, what they did, which has been really helpful because it's good to see people go their own path and see them end up where they are. It creates avenues for us to imagine our lives like that.
Through the guidance of my professors, I have a completely different way of seeing the world than I saw it before. I have a completely different way of approaching my work than I did before. And I find myself with a completely different purpose than I did before beginning this program. And I owe this truly to the guidance of my professors.
My professors have prepared me for life after the CFA in a lot of ways. I mean, we focus a lot in our classes on kind of technical skills, but also I think most of it is just in the way that you carry yourself and learn to communicate with people, which is hopefully something that will serve me well.
I feel really honored to have worked with the faculty that I have. I just see them as all-stars and yet supportive. And I've found that to be really helpful in allowing my practice to expand and allowing myself to find new forms as a painter and a maker.
The class of 2022 has been through a lot, and we have persevered. I mean, not just BU, I think class of 2022 anywhere. And I think one thing that I would say about my class in CFA and in SOT is that we're very persistent. We don't give up easily, and we're very ambitious and passionate about what we do. And I'm really excited to see where that persistence and ambition goes.
I want people to know that the class of 2022 at CFA is wildly passionate, super resilient, and will get any job done. These are students who have worked so hard despite, circumstances of being in a pandemic, who have crazy ambitious ideas, who are excited to cross disciplines and work in visual arts, theater, music, and push the definition of what it means to be an artist creating today in 2022.
There have certainly been some tumultuous times, but we have persevered. No matter where on the globe we may have been conducting our studies, because art gives us a voice, and as artists, our practice can speak volumes about who we are, where we come from, what we value, and I feel so fortunate to be able to express through creative means not only how I view the world, but how I see myself in it.
What I want people to know about the class of 2022 is that we are all amazing. We are beasts in whatever career we're going into. We are hardworking, we're committed, we're passionate, and I think it doesn't get better than that. So there's nothing better than the class of 2022, for sure.